still pretty stupid. Did a lot of damage though, so that's kind of impressive. But what Thors or what Ultras can do is, I guess, run out of range. But who is seriously going to micro that when there's so much going on? Do not like this at all. Ultras are still going to be useless. You can quote me on that. No one will use them. Doesn't make them immune to Vortex. That's awesome. Okay, now I've got a Roach army of 14 against 14 Marauders, or actually 16 Marauders it looks like. Do I have 16 Roaches? No, I guess I didn't get enough Roaches, but let's just observe hard counters in action. Even with Frenzy on every single one of these Roaches, they are going to be no match for these Marauders. I'll even come from the top and just try to get a attack and go here. So worthless against Marauders. It's just silly how blatant the hard counters in this game are. These guys aren't even attacking down there. Roaches are getting +4 damage, so they are at 20 damage with that Frenzy. They aren't getting slowed because of the Frenzy, but still, I don't see Frenzy seeing much play in a Hydra Roach army. Next up, Overseers got a little bit more useful. They still have the Changeling, they still have 200 life, 200 energy, all that good stuff, but they now have Contaminate, which is very similar to the Corrupt ability in that it is used on structures. It will disable units being trained and researching for 30 seconds, but one of the most useful applications would be to disable a Planetary Fortress. Does not work on a Planetary Fortress. It will still blow up anything it sees. As you can see here, it just blew up the other new ability for Overseers, which is Infested Terrans. The only difference is they cost 100 more energy. What is up with that? That is just bollocks right there. And the only use for these Infested Terrans will be to harass mineral lines. And, you know, maybe drop over some tanks to cause the tanks to kill each other. I don't know, but we'll see here. They poop them out right over the mineral line. Same damage in life as the old Infested Terrans. And let's just pick off some SCVs. But not too fascinating. At least Overseers, you know, got something kind of cool, I guess. They're going to be very nice for the Contaminate on production buildings, I will say that. Next, I just want to demonstrate a little bit of one-on-one with the Ultralisks against the other massive units and how they will fare. But Ultra vs. Thor that is not using the Strike Cannon, it's actually a very close matchup. Of course, you can't really follow this to a T because Ultras are not meant to one-on-one units. They are more meant for splash damage against armored units, so not surprising the Ultra lost, but the damage is very nice, so the damage is a nice upgrade against armored units, but they will never get in a situation where they will get to just beat down a bunch of armored units, so this isn't really relevant, just kind of a reference point for you guys, I guess. Against an Immortal, of course, not going to do very well because the Immortal does have those hardened shields. And the Immortal, much cheaper units and able to destroy that Ultralisk right there. Finally, against the Colossus. Colossus's role is definitely not a one-on-one, so the Colossus will get devastated here. Boom! So Ultra does own the Colossus, but you can get the Colossus about 2 hours sooner than the Ultralisk, so it doesn't matter. Finally, going to use the Ultralisk just for some fun on a Marauder army. This is going to be cool. Oh yeah. Ooh. Of course that is without micro. Let's check out what happens with micro. Of course this is the opponent not microing at all, but this is pretty much what would happen. And, you know, a lot of people are like, well, the Ultras would just back off or not chase or something, but if you've ever seen MMM micro, it's like, okay, if I shoot you and you run away, I just shot you for free and you're not in the battle. If I shoot you and you chase me with the other forces will always be behind the Ultras, so you can still kite them, really, no matter what kind of micro you have or what other forces are included with the Ultras, so it's just kind of silly. But they are still useless against this army, as you can see. The times that they are fighting off the creep. And you'll notice they did not fix the bug, or I think it's a bug, where Ultras will actually miss a unit when the unit runs away after they start their attack animation. Let's check out if they are able to own that much on the creep here, where Ultras are fast. Keep in mind the Ultras do have their speed upgrade. And Ultras are still missing their attacks even on the creep. So they're still very kiteable. They're just not going to be trained. These guys don't even, one of them didn't have stim, but you'll see they're getting in range. Oh, you cut down one. They were getting in range, but they were missing. Even on the creep with stim pack, you just can't use Ultras ever. They're never going to be useful. Not until they fix them anyway. But that is it. I am done with my bitching. That was the patch notes for patch number 13. Notice how I used burrowed zerglings to give myself vision because I am a editor newbie. But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm now up to 4,000 viewers or subscribers, so that is awesome. And tutorial videos to come, so that is everything.